Hi everyone, Vacha here from Recording Studio 9 and thanks for joining me again today. In today's video, I'll be discussing whether the Behringer Xenyx Q502USB Mixer and other series of mixers like the 302, 802, 1002 and so on are the right mixers for your home recording studio. Now, this Xenyx series of mixers with USB connection, which are at the back, are really great mixers to allow you to connect microphones and line level instruments into it and have speakers connected to the output. These are really great for live performances in small venues and also allows you to record your performance through the USB into your PC or your laptop. One of the videos that I have on my YouTube channel, which actually describes the Xenyx Q502 in details, has over 130,000 views and at the same time over 200 comments. And what I have found that in those comments, I keep repeating myself about the details of the Xenyx Q502 over and over again. So I thought I'll explain why the Xenyx Q502 may or may not be the right choice for your home recording studio. One of the most asked questions on that video in the comments is that people who have actually purchased the Xenyx Q502 or the 802 or 1002 and they have connected the USB into their PC and into their DAW, that they only see two channels, a stereo channel, left and right, or 1 and 2. So how come all the other channels don't appear in their DAW? Well, here is the actual detail. The USB connection is a stereo only, left and right of the main bus, whether if it's the 502, the 802 or 1002, they only send the signal, the audio, of the main mix bus. So if you are planning to connect multiple instruments, each one of the inputs, and planning to record them individually on different tracks in your DAW, the Xenyx series mixer is not the right one for you. Simple as that. And here is a basic explanation why you only see two stereo channels going out and two stereo channels coming back into the mixer. So let's find out what a mixer does and how it actually works. The mixer basically will have multiple channels of inputs that are mixed, hence its name as mixer, into a main mix bus, and then the output of the main mix bus is usually sent out to main outputs. So in the Q502 case, we have a microphone input as well as a line level input for channel 1. It has a gain knob, it has two EQ, a pan knob and a level knob, and I will discuss what's the difference between a gain knob and a level knob or fader knob later on. And also channel 1 has a compressor, and when you plug a microphone into it, you also have the option of the phantom power for condenser microphone. Though please make a note that the phantom power only provides up to 15 volts instead of the normal 48 volts DC for your condenser microphone. Then we have inputs 2 and 3, 4 and 5. And those two channel, stereo channel in, basically have level knobs and a balance knob. We also have a headphone level knob and a main mix knob or fader. So simply, a signal from the microphone or channel 1 will go down the path and into the main mix bus, and then channel 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 respectively also go down and mix into the main bus. So they are all mixed together into the main mix bus. Just think of it as multiple lanes merging into two lanes on a road. And then the output will actually go, in this case, we have RCA outputs, which are line level outputs to connect maybe cassette decks, as well as the main outputs. And also the headphone. The headphone does have a separate amplifier for a headphone, so you can independently adjust the level from the main mix bus that you like. So if you want to turn down your main speakers down and headphones up, you can actually do that. To explain the difference between the gain knob and the level or the fader knob, the function of the gain knob is basically a preamplifier gain, so that it gives enough gain or level and volume to the microphone to reach a certain level so that it's nice and clean but not too loud. At the same time, it's not too low. And the fader basically adjusts the level or the volume of that channel. To set it up, turn everything down, plug your microphone in, and then once it's ready, have someone to actually speak into the microphone, adjust the level knob to 0 dB, which is about 12 o'clock, right in the middle, and then adjust your main mix knob back to 0 as well, and keep an eye on of the LED level meters here. You'll find that the second LED, green LED, says 0, which is 0 dB, and that's pretty much the ultimate level you want. And as the person is speaking into the microphone, if you don't get any signal, then you start adjusting your gain knob up and up slowly until you get signal and up to the second LED level, which is 0 dB, and sometimes going up to the 6 dB, the first orange one, but make sure that's not too often. If it's going to the clip red LEDs, that means the gain knob is too loud, so you need to turn it down. And once you have that level, that means the signal from the microphone all the way to the mix bus is now at the correct level, so it won't be distorted. Then you can use your compression knob and as well as EQ and adjust them. And then if the level is too loud, then you can start adjusting the fader down. Or if you have turned your, let's say, your bass down or your treble down or your compression, whichever way, and you don't get enough signal, you can turn the level up. But once you have your gain knob adjusted, you do not need to touch it any further. Now, because inputs 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 don't have any other gain knobs than the level knobs or the fader knobs, so put them into the 0 dB like you've done for the channel 1, and then adjust the connected instrument output volume level until you get 0 dB or the second LED level in your level meter, as you have on 0 here and 0 there and 0 there. And then you can adjust now the knobs up and down into the volume so that you have a nice balanced mix of your all the audio signals coming through into your main mix bus. And here is another example of a bigger mixer. This is the Xenyx Q502USB. It's a mixer which has 12 channels, which all channels feed down into the main bus, and the main stereo bus is sent out to the main speaker outputs, as well as the RCA, and as well as to the USB. Even though this mixer has 12 inputs that I can connect microphones and other instruments into, the USB connection is still stereo. Only 2 channel, the main bus, is sent out to my PC in my DAW. No different to the Q502 USB. Now just a quick information about the numbering system. This is the Xenyx QX1222. It means it has 12 channels as its input, 2 buses and 2 main outputs. The 2 buses meaning auxiliary channels and effects channels being sent out as a separate outputs and inputs into the mixer. and the 2 is the final 2 as the left and right main outputs. So when you are deciding on one of these mixers, you can look at the numbers and then you can determine what those numbers mean and what you are actually getting. If you are interested in this mixer, I'm quite happy to demonstrate it for you so I can go through all of its settings and all of its functionalities and what it can do. You can comment below and I'm more than happy to do another complete video on this mixer as well. So you may ask, how can I use this mixer in my home recording studio to do multi-track recording? Well, I do have an example video on my channel that you might be able to go and watch. Maybe there might be a link here somewhere that you can actually go and watch to show you how you can multi-track it. You still need to play and record each instrument separately. As I explained, there is no way to record each connected instrument individually using your USB in your DAW. You can have them connected, but play one instrument at a time and record each track separately at a time. Well, I hope that clears out a lot of the questions I got on that video in the comment section. And if you do have further questions, something still not clear, feel free to comment below and I'm more than happy to answer them for you as before. Until next time, as always, thanks for watching and have a great time making music. Cheerio, guys.